think the indie environment is to the world of comics?
Because man, we give it color. Like, let's be real, okay? I'm not trying to bash a lot of mainstream stuff, but let's be real. Like a lot of stuff, after a while, it gets cookie cutter. You know, so sometimes we gotta dip into like the Invincibles. You know, books like Invincible or like Walking Dead. You know, you need these little other studios besides the big two, and
That's with anything.
exactly, you know,
That's
music. Exactly. So yes, that's it's a nice little segue into a break or whatever. You know, when you're in between issues of something else, or if you just want to take a break and change up what you've been reading. So I do think it's very beneficial. Um,
That's it. What do you think, Corey?
um, read the question again, Tommy.
Yeah, it's a really long question. How beneficial do you think the indie environment is to the world of comics? And do you think it's more beneficial to be a solo artist or to form a smaller studio for the indie world of comics?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick to piggyback on what Ashley brought up about Image. For those who don't know, when Image was formed, I'm trying to make this very brief. There was a group of artists who got together. They worked for Marvel, and at the time were not happy working with Marvel. Broke off from Marvel and formed their own company, and was like, and a Kevin Fair term, killing in the streets in the '90s with their own comic book line of their own books doing their own thing. And at that time, that was never done before. But pretty much to answer the question, yes, I think indie is important to come. Actually, indie is important to anything. So I think an indie, you know, you can like, and somewhat like Ashley said, the mainstream get to a point they can do cookie cutter. You need other companies or smaller companies or individuals to do other things that may not fly with what the chain of command may not think would sell. And there's plenty of evidence of that, even like with Walking Dead and Bone and some other ones. Hell, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, when that was first created, it was a joke, and it's a big worldwide phenomenon and popular among generations of children and adults years later, because a bunch of indie guys made a joke about the X-Men, about some mutated Ninja Turtles, and it turned to something totally different. So I think indie is most definitely needed for not just comics, but just anything, because they can try things that's off the norm and do stuff
and get away with it.
And not just get away with it, just be successful and be successful with it, and even change the game. And that has happened. That's happened in comics. It's happened in games. It's happened in movies. That does happen. Go ahead.
Okay. Now I was gonna say, it seems like the bigger you are, the less room for change you have, because you become so prominent in people's minds as to how you should look or be.
That's with anything. That's with anything. Just with comics, it also depends on what. And comics works in ways. What's popular now may not be popular in 5 or 10 years, and it may come back again. Those things happen. Like right now, big things are zombies. People love zombies, and right now, zombies are selling. So that gets saturated till fans like something else. Those things happen. But the last part of the question with the indie working alone and working with a team, I feel like it's better to. For some creators, I think it will be better to work in a almost like a team or a super team, like Ashley said. If everyone get on the same page, not have personalities clash, if you get together, work well, you can make a cool product and make something that you really love. Some people will work well alone. Shout out to Dirk Tied. He does his own thing. His stuff is great. His Paradigm Shifts book is amazing. He's a great artist. If you never met Dirk, he used to do a lot of cons a lot. He slowed down over the years. Look up Dirk Tied, look up Paradigm Shift. That's his book. He does a lot of great stuff. He works on his own, but he's a great artist. He's a great guy. A big factor for me, being a positive factor in my corner, and keeping up my art and keep doing it and keeping up the pace. And he was kind of in my corner, helping me out with positive feedback on and keep going. So I kind of think it's a little bit of column A and B with the whole team versus being by yourself. Some people can do it by themselves and be okay. Others, I think, will benefit more if they get in with a team. I think most for the most part, I prefer. I think we all should. Some creators should all get together and make a super team. I think that works better than working by yourself.
That would be really cool. I love you guys' opinions on both sides. I'm over here like listening to you guys and then reading the thread. So we have another question from Black Soft. This is for both artists as well. If you were to create a comic book with an all-black cast, what, in your opinion, would it take to make it a commercial success?
Man, just make that thing beautiful as hell. So,
I mean, she's right. She's definitely right.
Make it so beautiful that like when people see it, like the moment they pupil rest on the first like color pixel, they're like, fuck. Like I have to like own this. Like
and have a solid story.
Yeah. You just need the right artist, man.
And good writing, like even with films, like
but promotion, it all goes to networking. You know, it's not just the title, you know, but the right people, and just make it beautiful.
Yeah, like again, I agree with Ashley. Like was the best man sequel? Was it like #1 movie in America for like what, a few weeks when it first came out?
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
I mean. Yeah, it was like a surprise hit. Like everybody was like, "Oh my god, this came out of nowhere," and it was a big surprise hit. Same thing that happened with the comics. You just got to get the perfect marriage. Just make a great story, make great characters, and get the word out. And again, if you know of a good book, tell your friends, nag the hell out of it, and make them buy it, make them get into it, and help it fly. That's really what you need.
Because people are into visuals, you know, and just like. Make it really, really appealing, I believe. I went to San Diego this past July, actually, and there was a trailer. What was it, Corey? We went together. Number 13, I think.
Yeah, the number 13, I mentioned it. Yeah, like I want my socks back. I'm going to Dark Horse tomorrow. I still want my socks back. It was blown off.
That was the milestone panel, right?
Yes, that was the milestone. There was another panel right after that we saw.
Man, like they showed the number 13 trailer with the little boy and looks like a little robot, like a little Mega Man dude. And it was beautiful. Like I didn't care that it was all black characters or whatever. All I saw was this boy cutting up on this screen, getting it in, and I was hyped to tell. Like I felt like I was 9 again when the first Mortal Kombat movie came out, like 94, 95. Like
right.
I was dumb. I was like, yo, like
and at the end of the video, they brought a very human element to the character at the end of the video, and it was great. It was beautiful. I want to see it again.
But guess what? The white people jumped up too.
It was a standing ovation. There was no one sitting down in the house. It was a standing ovation, literally a standing ovation.
Basically, like all those seats were cold. No one was sitting down.
No one was sitting down. No, not a soul. And that, to me, that's just the power of Comic-Con. But yeah.
Exactly. So we have another question. Let's see. This is from KOF Kevo. It is in terms of the mainstream success of comic books and video games, are minorities fairly portrayed? And can you name examples? Or I guess, do you guys think that minorities are fairly portrayed?
It's not like everybody is like Killer Bee and Naruto when they talking like like I crack open like Spider-Man and my man's like, yo, nigga, what, and this and that. You know, like I can't say the N word, right?
Yeah, you can say what it is an adult show for adults.
Yeah, it's not that bad. Corey, you want to chime in?
I believe it's not great, but it's not horrible either. It's getting better. Like at first, I didn't care for Coltrane and Gears of War, but he was so over the top. I couldn't help but love him.
Coltrane is lovable.
He's so lovable. It's like I couldn't even get mad. It was like he's so hilarious.
He's always so happy.
he's just so he's just so hyped up, and I know people that's like that. So, um, yeah, I mean, it's to me, it's better than I think what it was. I think the needle was moving. It's just slow, but the needle is moving. It is there, and people just need to find content. Like there's content out there. Just find it. I think in comics is moving faster than I believe in games a little bit, but video games still a very young medium to begin with in the first place. And even still, we don't even have that I know of, unless someone can tell me a milestone equipment to a video game company. I think until that happens, that needle will move even farther. But even still, I don't think it's perfect, but it's better than what it was, and it's moving, and I'm pretty stoked about it. Mostly in comics, and with the success of movies and other things, and especially I'm waiting for the Phase 3 of Marvel films. I'm really looking forward to a Black Panther film.
Yes, isn't the Black Panther film supposed to happen soon?
They say it's in production. They haven't got us 100%, date. They haven't. I don't think a script is ready. I'm pretty sure they haven't cast anyone that we know of. It's been pretty hush hush, but they did say, "Hey guys, it's in production. Look for something. Hear from us soon." So I believe it's part of Phase 3.
Okay. I think that this was awesome. I'm so happy that you were both on my show. We apologize, everybody, for the delay, but we definitely had a really cool turnout. I'm going to be doing this every week for the month of February, and if it bleeds over to March, oh well. And the following subjects are going to be about Black nerds in television and movies, Black nerds in anime and cosplay, and Black nerds in gaming. Yeah, cosplay. That should actually be a really interesting episode.
A very interesting.
Yeah, it should be.
One of my cosplay pictures.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to go as Corey Green. The next convention, I'm going to go as myself.
Yeah, Ashley's cosplays are really amazing, and she makes them all herself. She does armor and like all of this super cool stuff. And while Ashley is looking for her picture, Corey, did you have anything like a closing out statement that you wanted to say?
I think the comic book medium there's room for everyone now. I don't know if a lot of people kind of see it. I'm not saying it's perfect. I'm not saying it's flawless, but I think there's a lot of room for everyone. I think there's a lot of good content out there. And the people who are reading stuff or are into it, share with friends, let them know, do what I got to do and act the hell out of them. And there's a lot of great entertainment out there. There's a lot of good indie stuff out there also, and share with friends. I share a lot of things on my Facebook wall if anyone pays attention. And Ashley does a great work. I'm a big fan of Ashley's work too. I look forward to her current and future endeavors. And again, just read books and let people know how good this stuff is that's out there. Ashley, you have anything else you want to add to that?
Just thank you for everyone who joined us today. Thank you to Melanie and Kevin and IPG and everyone involved for
big thank you to IPG and Melanie.
Yeah, for including us today. Please check out Karaoke Blue when it comes out. Keep up with me on my Facebook and Twitter, Ashes_art. My blog, AshleyWoods.blogspot. My website, AshleyWoods.com. Just keep up with me. Find me at C2E2.
Yeah.
And April, C2E2, April 25th to the 27th.
I'll be lurking there too. You'll run into me somehow, some way.
Yeah. So just swing by, buy up everything. Because I want your money. I want your money.
Where's my money, man? Where's my money?
And Ashley, we're gonna show.
That sounded so hood. I want your money.
We're gonna show one of your really cool costumes, Ashley. Here we go, Kevin. Oh yeah, we're going to. It is a zoomed in portion of it, but yeah, definitely. If you want to see more of Ashley's awesome costumes and her artwork, definitely add her on Facebook, Ashley Woods on Facebook. Yeah, she's pretty awesome. Yeah, I mean, go ahead with whatever else you want to